What is going on, guys? Vertivoden here, and today I'm going to walk you through the video on how to properly complete the Happily Emmy After mod for Divinity 2. So for the last month and a half, I've been obsessively playing Divinity 2. And one of the great things about this game is the ability, like the developers are just really good storytellers, and they've incorporated this anthropomorphic view of animals in the game, which can be really heartbreaking. And one of those heartbreaking moments is with these two sweet dogs who apparently are inspired by a developer's real life dogs, and they kind of have a tragic story, and it really sucks. And so this amazing team got together and decided to fix that. And so after the tutorial, when you are at Fort Joy, the first like act and area of the game, you can get this mod called Happily Emmy After, and this allows you to basically save Emmie and Buddy, reunite them, and they will actually end up on the Lady Vengeance after the quest is over, with a little bit of a surprise that I'm not going to give you the end. And well, I might spoil it at the end of the video, but I'll try not to. So there's a couple of things. I have played around with this mod a lot. First and foremost, if you're going to download this mod, do it with a fresh new game. It almost will not work. It's almost guaranteed not to work if you put it to an old save file. The next thing that I will say is that when you download the mod, it's going to automatically add this book to your inventory that will allow you to basically skip Fort Joy after completing the Happily Emmy After, it's going to mess me up, quest. A couple things about this. I've done this in several ways. If you skip this, it will close out everything that you have done at that point in Fort Joy and will not progress it. You can actually lose access to companions if you do this. If you don't take your source collar off of your main character before leaving Fort Joy and using this mod, it'll stay on the rest of the game. Your companions will have their source collars taken off, but you won't. Another thing I found out is that if you don't have the bless ability when you leave Fort Joy and go to Lady Vengeance, if you play the game, you will get stuck and you won't be able to progress the game without that. I found all of those out the hard way. And so what I'm going to do is in the next part of the video, I'm going to kind of walk you through the first part in how to get the quest started, and basically how you need to prep for the mod. I know that sounds weird, but I'll explain in a second. All right, so now that we're in the game, we're going to kind of go through what I would call the prerequisites to properly go through this mod. So first and foremost, know that I am playing a very, very heavily modded Divinity 2. So what we can do is that I'm going to show you the book here that you get, and it's this one. It is called Furry Tales Adventure Guide. If you have companions already, they will, or actually as you get them, this will also automatically auto-populate in their inventory as well. So when you open this book, you can do a couple of things. You can teleport to the basic areas, you can advance the story, get quest help, and give power up. What I would suggest is don't utilize any of these things at the start. Just trust me on that. I've tried it. You can easily mess up this quest and basically the save file. And even though this is the first area, for someone who has, messed up a save file, I think 20 times over, it's not worth it. So first and foremost, what I would do is break out the cheat book if you haven't done this already. If you're not into power leveling your characters, don't worry, you don't have to. But one thing I'm going to suggest that you do is that you bring your wits at least up to 20. And the reason for this is that there are two ways to basically advance this quest. There's a longer roundabout way by going through a couple of quests and talking to Withermore to figure out where the secret latch is. Or if your wits is at least, I want to say, I think the check is 18, but I usually get this to 20. It's only 35 because, again, I'm playing with like modded gear. But if it's at 20, you interact with the statue, the little button will pop up, the option and the trap door down to the dungeons will pop up for you. No reason to go to Withermore if you don't want to. The second thing is there's this amazing mod, oh, Top to Feathers, I forget what it's called. You can see it here. It's on all my characters. It's just beautiful. It allows me to quickly identify my characters in battle. It gives you the flight skill right off the bat. You can change these colors. It's awesome. I'm sorry, I forget the name of the mod. This will actually help you get through this quest a little bit quicker. So here we are at Fort Joy. I think, what am I? Only level 5, right? Wits above 20. And so what we're going to do is we're going to enter in. Whoops, I've already killed the guards already. I have my source collar off of my main character. And so because I have the wits up to 20, I can interact with the statue. Once you interact with it with a wits higher than 20, wow, he is going nutso. The Hash of the Underground will pop up, or if you want to go the more, gameplay friendly route, go ahead and go to Withermore. But what we're going to do is we're going to come down here and, sorry, I got to get my bearings back on the keyboard. And we're going to talk to Buddy. I'm going to do this kind of fast because we're really not here to hear the story. I'm just trying to walk you through this.
The old dog looks up at you but doesn't lift his... It's no use anyway.
It doesn't really matter. It's like, there we go. Once he brings up Emmie, talk about Emmie.
She was my mate for the last 7, carry the 2, plus 50.
Don't be a dick. Scratch him behind the pooch's ears.
Hey, let me show you something.
He's going to show you the key that allows you to open the door to where Emmie is. Grab that key. Let him go back all the way. He's going to get distracted if you have the black cat. Give him a moment, because otherwise if you talk to him too soon, he'll just be distracted by the cat and he won't talk to you.
Oh,
there we go.
Hey, I thought you might be Emmie.
Ask the pooch where you last saw Emmie.
Not too far from here, but she was taken by a guy in a white robe who smelled hot.
And that'll pop it up.
Dogs, and also
you can ask him where the key is. It doesn't really know, but he talks about Emmie. Give him a belly rub.
I love you.
Seriously, the voice acting is really, really good. So for the purposes of speeding this along, we're going to go ahead and get the next piece. It is in this cave. I'm going to try to avoid talking to anyone. And I'm just going to move these guys out of the way. I know where it is. Whoops. Nope. Get away. Get the barrier. Good, good, good. And so then what we're going to do is we're going to go right over to here. Oops. Well, that was weird. Oh, they don't want to... Hold on. Sorry. It's the first time I'm going through this, so... The AI of companions is a little dumb at first. So you're going to go over here. It's kind of hard to see, especially if you don't have the mod that allows you to pull back really far. That was one of the things that was kind of game-breaking for me. But here is where the flight skill is going to come in handy. You're going to use this flight skill. You're going to hop right up here. And it's kind of hard to see because it kind of meshes into the background, but you're going to grab this pet blanket right here. Grab that. Do a little narrator. Okay, got it, right? Use the skill again. Make sure you're not detached from your buddies over here. We're going to go back out. And we're going to talk to Buddy again. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm wrong. We don't have to talk to Buddy. We're going to go talk to Emmie now. Forgot that is, I don't need to talk to him right now. So we're going to go back up here. We're going to find the latch. Again, either Withermore or having your wits up. Go down the hatch. Make sure all your buddies are with you. Not going to talk about that mod yet. Waypoint discovered. And please, if you're into adventuring games, you know this, but just multiple save files. Just be on the safe side. Oh, something I forgot. One thing that I also suggest as a prerequisite to going into this, and this is just baseline for the game, every character that you have, bring their persuasion up to at least 5. Now you can see here it's 7 because it's being supported by gear, but bring persuasion for every character in your party up to 5. There is this odd glitch in the game that even if you have your main character selected, when going into certain dialogue with NPCs, for some reason, it'll randomly change to another character. And it's not always the same character. And if they don't have the persuasion, even if you have the mod that allows collective persuasion to work, it doesn't seem to work properly. And I don't know if this is like a mod conflict or what, but trust me, just get your persuasion up to 5, which is the highest it's supposed to go, unsupported by other gear. Trust me. All right, so we're gonna pick this lock. That open. We're gonna go up these stairs. We're gonna ignore everything else here. Pick the lock. Yep. Let's give them hell. All right. Yep. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So here we go. This is the door that we're looking for. Again, save. Just to be on the safe side. You can hear the dogs whining.
Holy hellhounds. Those dogs sound out for blood.
Walk through the door.
You intruder, bandit, sorcerer, stop, go,
Okay.
die.
I love how they don't even pretend to try to be actual animals in the voice act. It's wonderful. I love it. When talking to Bruno, if you find a character that you kill and you get a squeaky rubber ball, I'm not actually sure if the squeaky rubber ball is vanilla in the game or is added by this mod. I don't suggest you use it. Basically ignore his, for lack of a better word, barking, and talk immediately to Emmie. Okay? Don't use the squeaky ball. I have found that if you use that and Bruno runs away and follows it, it actually glitches this mod when you go back to save her the final time, and there's nothing you can do about it. So here we go. Slowly reach out a hand and attempt to show the beast. Nope. Squint at the hound called Emmie and ask if she knows an old dog named Buddy.
Buddy?
That's what you want.
Emmie, fall back. Sorcerer, trick.
Bruno. Buddy?
Tell her that Buddy misses her very much. Ooh.
Emmie, no, sorcerer, back. You.
Okay. Right? They didn't attack. They're basically like kind of mad and confused. I don't know, being empathetic towards Emmie. So now we're actually going to leave. We're not going to do anything. Want to make sure I got this right. Sorry, I've done this a lot of times. I just want to make sure I'm not skipping a step. So now we're actually going to go back and talk to Buddy. And again, you can teleport if you want. I'm not a... After restarting my game like 20 times, I'm not a fan of teleporting anymore. I've just had some issues with it. So now we're going to talk to Buddy. Now, don't be worried if once the mod is activated, there's going to be dialogue that is not voice acted at all, because obviously if you're a mod author and they don't have access to or probably the funds to hire the voice actors, right, to do this. So
Oh, hey,
say you met a dog called Emmie.
sauce.
Say she seems miserable, right?
Seem happy. Oh, I hope she knows I miss her.
Okay, now I think this is where the mod kicks in. This is it. So now there's going to be a couple different things depending on the tags that you have. I'm just going to always stick with the safe one, which is written into the script. offer to rescue Emmie. She should be forced to be a source hound. Assure Buddy that you will. This is where he's basically going to talk to you and tell you about the pet blanket and that he's lost it. So you try to calm him down. Don't be a dick. There's always the dick option. Ask what the blanket looks like. You already got it. Pull the blanket that you found. Show him that you got it. It'll update the mod. You're going to tell him to go to the beach, basically, and tell him to wait there until you save her. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Updated. We're off and running. We're going to go back down the hole and grab Emmie. And there's a couple of things that I'm going to suggest that you do before we get into this. So we're here. I know, I'm taking the long way. I just want, like... I like showing people exactly what they need to do step by step. Save. For the love of the gods of old, save. So what we're going to do now is basically we're going to put in a safety net that is written into the mod with this book. This is the only time that I'm actually going to tell you to use this book, and you're going to go get quest help. Now, the only option here that you need is make Emmie an ally. This can be used to prevent Emmie from going hostile with the other Sword Hounds, with the exception of the very first meeting. So the very first meeting is done and over with. If you get into a fight and you hit Emmie by accident, or if you accidentally try a different dialogue tree because a different character was switched to the dialogue, it can fuck this up. So I'm just telling you, just make her an ally. Then again, what are you going to do? You're going to save. Let's go in here. Talk to Emmie. Tell you Buddy misses her. Give Emmie Buddy's blanket. Quietly tell Buddy that's waiting for her outside Fort Joy. The Source Hounds don't like that. Don't listen. Blah, blah, blah. Tell her you will return for her once you've cleared the way. Now, this is important because she will become a follower, but she will not be invincible. And so what you want to do is, now you got that part done, you're going to open this up. And there are a couple of things that you're going to want in here. Elaborate cage key, that's for this guy over here. You're going to read this Source Hound Master Journal. And this is going to tell you basically, I think, is this the one? Jeez, I don't even read the books anymore. Yeah, so this is going to tell you how to make the honey bone. You can make this yourself in the crafting section, which I'll do, or you can actually get one off of one of the fights, just down the hall, actually. And so let's actually go both ways. Ha! That's what he said. There is, oh, I can't remember. Journal? No. All right, so we're gonna, there's a couple other things. We'll grab these on the way back. So if you want to craft it, it is, I completely forgot. It's honey. What is it? I think it's oh, I don't think I even have bone. Oh, never mind. We're going to go ahead and do a quick fight. So I'll show you where that is. Change of plans. So I just realized I don't have the items to actually craft it. So we're going to go the old school way, which is actually downstairs. And so we're going to go out. So to the right is where we came in. We're going to go to the left, and we're going to go to the guy being interrogated here. And this, again, this is heavily modded. I'm just going to get this done as quick as I can.
What do you think you're doing, prowling around inside the fort?
I'm just going to tell him not to get in my way.
That's
Oh, you're cute.
He looks you up and down. Go on.
Yeah, he looks me up and down. All right, again, I'm just gonna do this really, really quick. Go here. Boom, baby. I don't really care about this guy. You can save him if you want to. Don't care. Again, I'm just doing this to as fast as possible. Oh shit, that wasn't enough. Oh man, that's too bad. Oh, where's his wings? Oh no, I can't. Oh, there it is. Let's see if I can finish him off. Ha! Phrasing. Oh, he got in the way. Oh, for Pete's sake. I'm not going to be able to get him in my... Ah, got him. You'll be able to see in this fight a couple of overhauls that I am utilizing that I absolutely love, the Odin Blade overhauls. I will make a separate video on these later. I'm just going to make sure Losa here can kill this guy. Doesn't seem like it. Yay, all done.
Please, healing. I need healing.
No, I don't care.
I am.
Oh, fine. Just whatever. Just get this over and done with.
Feel it at work upon me. That is what said. There is. You'll meet some associate enough to Dallas. No, with her, you've given me.
This is just another pathway out of Fort Joy. So you have like, I want to say 5 different ways to get off
I will.
Fort Joy phrasing. And so what you're looking for here from the Houndmaster is the honey bone. That is what you want. Oh yeah. So here's where you get the shiny red ball. Again, I don't suggest using it. The game has always glitched out on me for some reason when I've done that. So just a heads up there. All right. So now that we've got the honey bone, we have to make sure that the avenue is clear for Emmie. And so what we're going to do is we're going to back up. We're going to do that exact thing. There's a couple of different ways that you can go about getting out of Fort Joy for the purposes of this video. You know what, this is a new playthrough. I'm not going to go through all the battles and have you guys sit through that. So I'm going to partition the video here. And then once I'm out and I've cleared the area, I'll walk you through how to get Emmie to Buddy. All right, so I've cleared out the most direct and I think the easiest path to get out of Fort Joy to save Emmie. But just to be on the safe side, what are we going to do? We're gonna save. That's right, my cat is about to walk on my keyboard. Okay, so now that we're here, you'll notice, again, now the dogs have gone aggro. You can see that Emmie is not hostile, and that is because we triggered that part of the book of this mod, which is really, really nice. So you want to get through this fight as quick as possible. If you're like me and you have like modded playthrough, this shouldn't be too hard. Again, though, and this is kind of an odd thing, even if you have friendly fire turned off, it's not always fully turned off, and flame effects, ice effects, damage over time can still affect Emmie. So be careful about what you do in this room. And I want to hit that third dog, so I'm going to have to sacrifice. There we go. Get all 3 of them. I'm hoping this will take care of all of them. Oh, so close. Let's see here. I don't think that's going to do it. Let me see if this will do it. Nope. All right. So we're going to bring in Crusher. Again, this wing mod comes in so handy. Okay, all done. Back to original character. As you can see, I leveled up, clearing the pathway for Emmie. I'm going to wait till these flames are gone. There are skills that you can use to kind of clear the area, but as you see here, if you just wait a couple of seconds, it'll clear itself. All right. Tell her it's safe to follow you. Continue, yada, yada, yada. You can read that on your own. So now we're going to go right out the front gates. So what I've done, I'm going to show it here. So this is the entrance coming from the square of Fort Joy. There's a small little battle here. As you can see, the remnants come through, up the stairs. There is another battle. There's like 3 people here, and then there's the battle with the paladin who is actually on your side. He didn't make it this time. And there's like 4 other people you have to kill here. You go on through, use this little guy to open the gate, and you are out of Fort Joy. Now, when you use a waypoint of basically fast travel, Emmie will come with you. But again, I've just, with mods in general, if you can, just take the long route. Don't risk it. Mods are already fickle in and of themselves. So she's with us. I'm not going to get into the conversation here with one of the coolest guys I've ever seen in a video game. Now, here is where we want to go. This can be a little tricky because there are enemies right here that you can aggro. You want to go here. And where we're going is to this little beach right here where you can see Buddy is waiting for us. Okay, and it even gives you a map marker. This is like one of the most well done quest related mods I've ever seen in a video game. It's really, really well done, even though I'm kind of speeding through it. So again, here's the update. They're going to go through this long conversation. Again, I don't want to have you go through it, but definitely like go through it on your own, enjoy it, read it. Here's where the persuasion comes in. So like I said, you want to get your persuasion up to 5 on every character. Even in this instant, I've had it randomly go to a different character that wasn't my main, who didn't have their persuasion to 5, and I didn't have the right whatever. So I'm just going to do memory persuasion because that's like maxed out from another mod I have. Success, great. And end. Right, so there's going to be some conversations that, you know, you're going to tell him basically Emmie's not herself right now. There's got to be a way to fix it. You already know what that way is. Model update. And you've got it. So now they're going to wait here for you. So what's basically happening is Emmie is still a source hound. She's basically going through like PTSD from all the bad things the Magisters made her do. So what you need to do is either create the honeybone if you have the materials, which I apparently didn't. Now, creating the honeybone is not what you give her. You have to infuse it with source, meaning that you basically have to find a source puddle and then throw the bone into it. So this is pretty crucial. And I'm going to say this right now is you want to go into your formation, put yourself at the head of the pack. I don't care which one of these things you use, put yourself in front, because if any other character, you know, if for some reason you have your source collar off and they run into it, they're going to soak up that source and it won't be there anymore. Now there's a source puddle right over here, and we may have to go through a fight in order to get to it, but since this is a modded playthrough, we should be able to get through that pretty quick. And it's right before the village of the burning pigs. And so I think we need to, let me just make sure here. It's right there. Okay, this is what a source puddle looks like. It can be kind of hard to see. So there is going to be a quick fight that we're going to have to go through. Let's get it done.
You hear a dry
Blah, 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 blah.
Still fresh meat. I do.
Let's just get this. Yada, yada, yada. Brachus Rex. Lord of all, even in death. Yada, yada, yada. Bring down the thunder. Wow, that still didn't get him. Oh, no, got that one. There we go. Okay, is that it? Nope, I'm still in battle. There is an assassin, this guy? Yep, he is... Oh, crap. He is invisible. Do I have anything that will make him invisible? I don't think I do. I think I'm going to have to wait. Yep. There he is. Let's let him do his thing. And he's invisible again. I think... There we go. Sorry. Just consider this loading my TPS report. Oh my god. I should have just power leveled these guys. It'll be worth it, trust me. Okay, there we go. A little dust. There we go. Okay, so this is the part you want to kind of be careful. This is something I also suggest that you do if you want to be extra careful, is to actually rank up your telekinesis. I do this on all my characters, so it basically allows you to grab or toss things at greater distances. And this is one of the instances where it comes in handy. And so you want to get close, don't get too close. Take the honey bone, throw it into the source. It's going to soak it up. Ta-da! And you're going to grab it. And then, all we're going to... Oops, sorry, controls. All we're going to do is just bring it back to Emmie. Now, while I am going to speed through this, and this is basically the quote-unquote end of the quest, I've decided not to show you the end sequence at Lady Vengeance. I think that's something you should see on your own and experience it. I think it would be a huge spoiler if I did. I'm even going to speed through this dialogue, but that's basically it. This is the quest. So like after you talk to Emmie, you're going to be patient with her. Don't force her. You're going to offer her their infused honey bone. Remain quiet and let her take her time. Oh, I love this music. Now, this is like the end of the mod, but you get a post-credit scene once you get to the Lady Vengeance. So now you've done everything. The mod is complete. You didn't screw anything up. And once you are ready to complete Fort Joy and leave, they'll be there to greet you. So I hope this helped. It ended up being a little bit longer than I intended to, but hopefully it gives you a very nice, detailed, step-by-step process in order to properly get this mod to work. I've read in forums and even on posts on the Nexus mod page how people are still a bit confused about how it works. Again, only use the book where you need to. And again, if you jump forward, just make sure the source collars are off everyone and you've grabbed all the companions that you want. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the mod because it is absolutely amazing.